Oh-de-do-de-do-de-do. You're in the way, sweetheart. Hello. Whoops. Oh, hello, hello, hello. I am just getting ready. Thank you to the watchers who have just arrived. I am, of course, dealing with the cat who refuses to settle. Nothing new about that. We're going to settle her off the desk here in just a second. Hello to anybody who is here, and welcome, welcome. See if I can make this a little bit bigger so that, here we go. Move this up, move this over. That way I can see what I'm doing. Well, hello, Roxine. How are you, my dear? I hope that you are feeling better today than you did at the worst of it. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you, my dear? It's lovely to see everybody. I am, like probably a lot of you guys, I have been out and about in the streams this weekend watching February 2020. Of course, everybody is coloring. Hello, Coriander. Say hello to the people. Everybody is coloring fairies. I am not coloring fairies. I'm going to color my new drawing. Okay. I'll bet. Anxious to get it done. But the chemo is done, right? So you sailed away to China, Byron O'Brien. Well, that's great. If you're a troll, go away. If you're not, you're welcome to stay. How about that? We just and caught the coronavirus. All right, let's see here. First thing we're going to do is remove this guy. And then we're going to report him for No, he hasn't done any of those things. Unwanted, no. Can't even report you, Byron O'Brien. We'll just remove you. Oh, thank you, Gary. Hello, Gary. I can't figure out how to get rid of the guy. Is it hide user on this channel? Oh, good. Users' messages will be hidden. All right. There we go. Oh. That is not a good way to lose weight, Roxine. I'm sorry, but I vote no. There are much better ways. There are much better ways. On the other hand, that's a good bright side. That is a very good bright side of looking at things. Hello, Melinda, and hello, Gary, and welcome, welcome. I thought that I would color the new drawing today at one of them, and then, oh, look at that. That's another one. I just finished that one yesterday, or I should say early this morning, and put it in the scanner and scanned it, but I still need to do the cleanup before I can put it in the shop. So this is another new drawing that will be coming to the Etsy shop later on today, but is not yet there. So Um, can I like pull it like a, I mean, no, I know you're not supposed to pull on a cat's tail. I won't pull hard, I promise. But it's just, it's just sitting there. Maybe I could paint with it. Would you like to be my brush? She certainly dipped her paws and her tail in the paints enough. Hello, Chill. Yes, this one is of course the one that was brand new last week, and this is the one that is brand new this week. Oops, actually, let me fix that. Let me fix that pesky camera. I can deal with the white balance there, but I cannot deal with the autofocus being on. Okay. This one I just finished. So it is, adjust the light a little bit there. The cat is unfortunately between uh, the light and and there. Well, no, that was, yeah, not good, sweetheart. Yeah, well, you're gonna get put down there in just a second. Yeah, on the floor because you just won't settle. Now she'll start the crawl. You know, anybody with a cat knows this is the micro crawl. and, and they think they're fooling us, right? um anyway, so okay, well, I imagine that there are quite a lot of people over there watching uh the Fay Brewery. I don't know who's on, but right now I'm sure there's somebody on. um I do think it's this is the 110-pound cardstock that I use, and look at how different it is from the bright white of my drawing paper. I normally I never get to notice that, but that is really sort of a stark difference. This looks almost cream, and yet it's sold as bright white, and this is bright white. So, and that is I know I've got the white balance on the camera right because that shows up. Anyway, so yes, this is the brand new drawing. I'm going to do some cleanup. I've scanned it. I need to turn it into a PDF for the shop, but it is done. And I've been studying Basilius Bessler and a bunch of the sort of heavy, not heavy ink, but the shading artists, the ones who do their botanicals with lots and lots of shading. And so this is sort of my interpretation of something that I saw Ellen Crimmy Trent do on her channel this week. She did an old-fashioned type botanicals drawing and then watercolored it, and I so admired it. And of course, mine is completely different, but it is my style, and I really like it. Barb Zenger in my group asked me how I was going to color the center section. I will be doing a video on that sometime this week. I'll color this one, but we're going to color this one today. And this was the new one last week, and I thought I'd use the Deli pencils. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Deli, they are a budget brand of pencil. They are sold under a number of different names. This I bought, I didn't buy this one. This one was a gift from Rose at Vitruvian Art, Amanda. And okay. Oh, you're having bad weather, Gary? Okay, no worries. And I have put a link, but they are, for the price, they are the most amazing pencils that I personally have ever used. Roxine, yes, you have them too. They are sort of, you can see, first off, they're beautiful. They are well made. They are, if I had a set to compare them to, I've heard them compared to the Polychromos. They are an oil-based pencil. There are 72 in this set, and it's something like, I don't know, $29, some ridiculously low. Hi, Christine. Oh, hi, Barb. You did hear. Okay. All right, good. So you know that I'm going to color that for you. It's done, and I'm going to demonstrate coloring that sometime this week. Hi, Crystal. Hang on one second. I got all excited. Let me move some stuff here. Y'all know that artists use things like French curves, right? We do. So some of us are really good at making S curves, and others are need a little help. And I like to make mine consistently, especially considering I'm usually making more than one. So, yeah. So I actually love this one. I love this one. I had a lot of fun making that picture. All right. So back to the delis. At any rate, I have never heard anybody say a bad word about these pencils. They don't break. They sharpen beautifully. They're gorgeous. As you can see, I use mine because there are several of them that are a little shorter and absolutely worth it. I have linked them below. What am I going to do with this? I thought that I would make I'm going to start with the background, and I am going to make the stairs. Now, in my mind, when I was drawing this was, I mean, they were just lines. They were like little signposts. And actually, I was thinking these are jewels, and they could also be like, you could write little vegetable names. They could be little, it could be a pin cushion that had, some initials or words or, hi Sue or something along those lines. You could do pretty much anything that you want to do with a drawing like this. And so I thought that I would make these stairs. So I want to keep the background neutral. So instead of making them little signposts sort of hanging out there, I'm going to turn them into stairs going to wherever it is that these stairs would be going. But they're going to go there behind this post. But haven't used them yet. Oh, Barb, you should definitely use them. Definitely. Hello, Louise. And hello to anybody who is here that I have not said a personal hello to. For those of you who might be new here, my name is Christine Aldridge. I am CLAldridgeArt, and I do make coloring books for a living. They are sold all over the place, but primarily on Amazon and in my Etsy shop. This is one that I just happen to have handy, so you can see some of the types of things that I do. I always start with that one because it's so spectacular. That just not so beautifully. And I can't even claim credit for the color palette on that. And here's another one. I can't claim credit for the color palette on that because that is Eva Nordmark's color palette on my work. There's one I can claim. There are 11 books so far, and there are going to be more because I keep making drawings. There is also a wholly only mandala book, which a lot of people have really enjoyed. The mandala book is my bestseller, bar none. It sold. It arrived only second to last, and it has sold more copies than all of the others. So, not put together, but any one of the others. Just shut up and color, Christine. What I'm trying to figure out is how to zoom the camera, and I can't make my brain do two things at once. Thank you, Carrie. I can't talk and think at the same time. Okay. Ooh, that'd be a good thumbnail, wouldn't it? That's the thumbnail for the show. Okay. And honey, I love you, but you really do have to get down now. Yeah, you do have to get down since you won't settle. Scooch. Scooch, come on. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. Like it was your idea. I'm sorry. I'm just being goofy today. Hello, Diane. Nice to see you. Okay, gray. I need a gray. All right, and swatch books. Y'all know I love my swatch book. Unfortunately, my swatch of the Deli pencils is a bit on the disappointing side, only because I used my drawing paper, which has absolutely no tooth to it. And so it was very difficult for me to get any kind of true color on it, but I am going to go with the 168, which I believe is a Payne's Gray type pencil for this. 168. That'd be this one. All right. Now the unfortunate thing is that when they're open like this, it is a rather wide, but on the other hand, you can pick the whole thing up, which is nice. But it is a rather wide profile on your desk. Okay, now, can we all see? Hello, Kim. Nice to see you. Wow, the mods are showing up. That is so wonderful. I know that February. There we go. And to decide what direct. Okay, so I want. Now I almost never, everybody, use pencils anymore. I am an Inktense girl. I like my water mediums. I'm going to turn this over. And the reason why is because they take so long on a stream. And I like to actually make progress while I'm on a stream. But I know that a lot of people like to see pencils demonstrated. And so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just starting in dark on the edges, or the, where it would be like the stare back. To give the impression that these are stairs going down. Remember that all you're doing in coloring is tricking the eye into believing something. So, and you do that with the depth of your color. It's all about the shading. So you want to trick a flat piece of paper into thinking that it's a stair in an ancient castle, and that this is the fairies. I'm participating in February. This is the fairies' ventilation system under the ancient castle in the well. Got it? There's a fan, and it sucks in air. Maybe it's actually on the roof of the castle That's it. That's it. It's on the roof of the castle. And somebody needs to pick up the story from there. Let's see if we can make up a story. Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah. Actually, that one it needs. All right, that's enough. You see, what I put up with, everybody. She hits the. It's like she hits the cat tree. She runs into the office, hits the cat tree, jumps for the desk. Doesn't matter what is here because she's got no brakes. So she just has to run until she stops. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so the fairy, I'm going to tag this February. People are just going to have to get it. No, I'm really not. I have to say, I have been so out of touch with Facebook, and I really need to get back into that. I had no idea that this February event was even coming up. So it's been fun. My dear friend Shara, yeah, it is a typical kitty. My dear friend Shara has streamed twice for it, and she just got back from New Zealand, where she had just an absolutely wonderful time visiting her grandbabies. And I watched Julie's Passion for Coloring last night. There's a channel that I don't watch very often. She does primarily silent or musical underlay, and then she changes out the tags that tell you what she's coloring with. I am going to go back in with a darker, sort of a darker definition, but I just want to get an initial layer down on this. So see how those look like stair risers? And that is all you're doing with coloring, is just tricking the eye. Oh, yeah. You know what they say about curiosity, don't you? Here, I'm going to paint with that tail. I'm going to dip that tail in a jar of water. Yes, and we're going to learn to paint with it. Would you like to participate like that? I'm not sure about that part, Mom. You know how I feel about putting my body in water. I'm okay with dipping my paw in and spreading the water everywhere. Or better yet, tipping over your water jars when you aren't looking, when you're painting on your desk, soaking the bottom of your computer. Ah, Gracie. Gracie, am I reading that right? Yeah, or Jill? You guys can talk, or do you just like to listen to me talk? Kim, you did not. You did not just mess up your picture. You did not. It is an art magic. You just haven't figured out what it is yet. You just haven't figured out what it is, but there is no messing up that we can't fix. We can fix it, whatever it is. Unless, of course, you dumped coffee all over it, at which point in time that could be a problem. Although, once it dries, it could add just the right touch. You put shadows in around the nose and it looks awful. What did you use, Kim? Is it something that you can undo? Okay. Try using, is it pencils? Are you using the Prismacolors? I know you were using those yesterday. Try using the white marker base and henna Prisma. Use the white. Use the white on top of the henna. Lightly. You could also try Yeah, I agree, Gary, but blend it. That's what you need to blend it out. You just need to use lighter colors on top of it. Bella and Mariah. Gracie and Mariah. Okay. Yeah, it can definitely be fixed. Oops. Just trying to. Oh. Okay. Trying to figure out where the stairs would be as I get behind these. Okay, so I'll just do halfway around so that you can get the idea of this, and I'll come back and do the rest of these later. And we're going to disappear the stair riser under here. Okay. So that just gives you sort of a rough idea. I think I could stand to get some of these in the center here a little bit darker, or I could choose a darker shade still. Let's see if I have a darker shade for that. I think I do. This is a warm, no, that's a warm gray. I don't think I want a warm gray for it. Okay. I could try the, oh wait. Yeah, I could try the black. Just sort of define it a little bit more. You want to be careful when you're using a color like black, especially in an oil base, because they are soft and it will lay down quite a lot of pigment. But these are not super soft, not like Prismas. You can, I mean, you can sort of mash these. I don't recommend mashing pencils, but like right now, I'm just basically just letting the weight of the pencil do the work. Just adding a little bit more addition to the stair riser. This would be the riser. This would be the tread. And if you wanted to sort of define that even more, you could just put one dark line in there. where it would be hitting the corner. See, I actually sound like I know what I'm talking about, huh? Okay. So you just sort of go on and on with that as it goes. Oh no. Do you have the crud too, Melinda? That I'm sorry. Boy, voice has been gone for several days. Still sick after a week. Well, hi, Christy. And welcome to you, and welcome to all of the folks who are here. Hi, Deb. And boy, I'll tell you what, I watched Ann last night, and she's got it, and Melinda's got it, and I hope I don't get it. I really do. Gosh, with the breathing problems that I have, can you imagine taking on a respiratory? Oh boy. It'd be definitely be sending somebody to check on me. Woodland fairies. Okay. Now, all right. So we've done that part. So what did we decide this was? This is a fairy span. It's an intake, and it's sucking in the air into the castle. These are the stairs that go up to the thing. So what color would it be? Well, it could be any color we want. Could these be jewels? Why not? It's a fairy castle, right? Do they need to be any particular color? Let's make them pretty. Color them pretty. Or should they be stonework? Either way, let's decide. We do not have to, we also don't have to make our leaves green. And I'm going to show you a different color for leaves. Let's see here. Let's try. Let's see if I use the 160. What color is the 160? Ooh, the 160 or the 159. Those are lovely. But I'm thinking that I'm going to use the 160 and the 155. And the 155. 155. I do believe that. This one. Okay. So, instead of green leaves, this is sort of a kind of a rusty color, like a terracotta. Sweetheart, are you stuck over there? Good. Means you're out of the way. You're not causing trouble. The cat. And then because no rule says that leaves must be green. Should head to the walk-in, but I'm stubborn enough. Yes, you should, unless it is so outside. Hello, Shara. Yes, by the way, yeah, Shara might not be too chatty as she has injured her thumb. or not injured it, but has a tendon condition that has flared up and has been not yet been able to get in for her shot to correct it. So it's what you get for going to New Zealand. Pick all those grandbabies every day, all day. Like there's a grandmother in the house that wouldn't make exactly the same sacrifice. A squeaky chair. I noticed that Belinda was starting to get a little punchy last night. I think she was about to, she was doing her like second show of the day, and she still had one more to go, and she's going to stream tonight at her regular time. Poor thing, that is dedication to the coloring community. I hope everybody rewards her. Let's see here. I have my M&R sharpener, and just want to show you. That these just sharpen very nicely. They are they're just a nice pencil. They also work really well. Oh shoot. Sorry, how long has it been like that? Since the cat went by? Cat, you and I are going to have words. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. What am I doing? I have no idea. There we go. I have to convince myself how one of these works. There we go. Whoa, now look, there is a sharp, sharp point. That baby is sharp. You could kill somebody with that. No. I don't want a pencil that sharp. Break the tip off of that. This is a really nice, the delis are a really nice layering pencil if you've got the patience to layer, which of course, you know, I've been using water mediums for so long that it's hard for me to muster the patience anymore to color with pencils. But you do get such a beautiful result if you just take the time, do the light layers, and just get those smooth, even, wonderful blends. Of course, you don't have to blend ever. You know, you can straight color with your pencils. You can just choose markers. You don't have to do any of that. I love these flame colored leaves. So how's everybody today? It looks like I've got lots and lots of mods today. Hello, Mrs. Coffee. All is wonderful. And thank you so very much for purchasing a tote bag and posting that lovely picture on Instagram. I am so glad you like it. And I don't sell very many of those, but I'm really glad that when they actually go out into the world and find homes, hopefully holding yarn and good crafting and stuff like that. Hello, Mickey Sunshine, and welcome. And enjoyed getting over to your stream last week. And Mrs. Copy, I need to come find out what they've changed on the glue on the I'm guessing it's Diamond Art Club that changed the glue or changed the canvases. Oh, you do? Oh, yay. Okay. I'll be watching for it. That's the one thing that when you order it on Etsy is it's something that I actually have to send to the manufacturer for. So I have to watch my. There was like a 2-day delay where I did not know your order was there, and made a change to the canvas. Okay, where I didn't realize your order was there. So it was like, okay, I got to get that ordered right now. It's already 2 days gone by. Louise, okay. And Louise, have a absolutely wonderful week. And it, I wouldn't say enjoy work, but and get satisfaction from the job that you do. How about that? That's about all any of us can really ask of the world anyway. Uh, is that we get satisfaction out of what we do every day. And all I'm really doing is I'm just darkening up. Actually, I'm probably darkening up the wrong side, but because I'm darkening up the leading edge of this standing tall edge, but this way I only have to put down one layer. And as you can see, these, excuse me, these pencils are so pigmented and really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. It's a long shift and I want to get a good sleep. Okay, good. And Gary, is your Louise doing better now? I know she was having an issue with her back. Hopefully she's good. And hopefully everybody is in as good health as they can be. Melinda, we need to get you to the doctor for some medicine for that, because if it hasn't gone away in a week, then you might need some attention, my dear. Why do you expect that you look after yourself last in the world, like 99.99% of women? Do. Are you gonna creep on me? You want to creep over here? Put your little nose in stuff? Is that what it is? She's just off camera right there. she wants to she wants to creep in and say hi, everybody. You want to come over? Yeah, you come over. You can stick your little nose in. Whoops. Turned my coffee off there for a second. Can't have that. So is everybody coloring for February? February. That's hard to say. This is for those just coming in. I am actually officially a part of February, but we've decided, or I decided, more to the point, that this is a ventilator system for the fairies on their castle. And these are the stairs going up. And this is the big ventilator fan that's drawing in air to the fairy castle. So, see, I'm participating. And next time I'm going to pay much better attention to my Facebook invites. Okay. My birthday is Tuesday, and I'm actually looking forward. Oh my goodness. I did not realize your birthday was Tuesday. So you are a February 11th baby. It's getting a giant needle stabbed into yourself. Yeah, well, I would be if I was in constant pain on it too. I would be really thrilled. See, you're giving yourself the gift of being as pain-free as you can around it. Orion, is that right, Mrs. Coffee? Your son is Orion? I think that's cool. I think all of you just have a gift for names. I do want to know if there's a story of how Killian got his name, though. Killian is a dog, everybody. So he's a husky, I believe. Daisy is the shepherd, and Killian is the husky. Is that right? See, I do pay attention. Or maybe he's not a husky. Maybe is he a Malamute? What is he? He looks like a husky. Yep, that's right. Okay, got it. All right, good. Okay. And if anybody doesn't watch Mrs. Coffee, you should. She is just a hoot. And she shares her life in North Dakota with all of us. And the adventures of Daisy and Killian and Maggie and Orion and she and Mr. Coffee. Siberian Husky. Yeah, Killian Jones. Love it. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna. There's what 3? No, there's a whole bunch more to go. There's a whole lot of leaves. So we'll come back to those. But now, what color for our flowers? If we used orange, we've got to use blue. So let's see. We'll go with a probably a 130. Oh, let's look. I think we want to stick with these blues. I like that. No. Yeah. I think either one of these will do. 133 or 134. I'm sure that's what these are. 134. And is that 136? Oh, that is. Well, yeah, that is 136. Oh, you are so good, Steve. You are so good. You ever say that to yourself? You should. You should say to yourself sometimes, I am so good. Because you know what? That counteracts and makes that nasty little voice in your head that says, oh, I can't do anything right, and all of that. If you say to yourself, I am so good, at something that you're good at. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's been a lot of fun. It happened in December, or well, actually, 1.1 happened just now, but 1,000 happened in December or November, I think, November, and so it was lovely. Uh oh, what did I do? All right, now we're gonna see how well the jellies erase. Voila! Make that go away. Oh, I couldn't stand that claw. The cat. I was trying to get the cat off the desk, and she decided she wanted to dig in, and so there was a white streak, and I filled it in with pencil. Okay, what are we doing? I have no idea. What are we doing? We are doing this. Oh, hey, thank you. Uh, Thank you to whoever that was that just bought something in my Etsy shop, and it occurs to me that my uh, phone is out in the living room because I just heard it. And it's out there because I was asleep on the sofa and I had set the alarm so that I would not miss my stream. Oh, you got your second bag. Okay, good. I'll be sure to go and process that order right away today then. Yeah, I like this. Okay, so yes, this is Fairyland, and in Fairyland the flowers are Cornwall blue, and you see how you can get different effects with your pencils. Uh, oh, okay, got it. Uh, I need to actually do some more of those too, because I have a lot more fabrics that I can use now. Uh, it's just been it's just been a where do I put my time? I need a time manager. I need a time manager. Okay, so what I'm saying with this is, once again, you are fooling the eye with the difference between light and dark. So, hang on just a second. Hey, before I can talk much longer, I do need to go blow my nose. Can I put you on mute for just a second? And I will be right back. Thank you so very much for that time. It's get to the point where I cannot breathe through my nose and I sound like I'm talking in a box. Okay, so once again, you're fooling the eye with light with this. So I'm just leaving a bit of highlight at the top of the petal so that it looks like it's reflected, but if you leave it all kind of jaggedy and all of that, it looks more realistic. It is a lovely sign, and Shannon, Shara's sister, Shannon made that sign for me, and it is just wonderful. I absolutely love it. It is a wonderful channel asset. Speaking of Shannon, Shara, please give her my best. I hope that all is going well for her. Haven't seen her in forever. Oh, yay. Deb, I don't know about you, but for me, though, maybe it as we get older, and maybe it is just me because I am so inactive as far as getting out and about in the world. But taking a shower is like a major production. It usually starts out with, "Do I have any clean underwear?" And if not, then I have to do laundry. Just to be able to take a shower. So then I got to do laundry, and then by the time I've done the laundry, I need I'm hungry. So well, okay, then I'll eat something and then I'll take a shower. And well, just one more cup of coffee, and then I'll hit the shower. And yeah, see, Mrs. Coffee, you just have to. You just, uh, that's like putting on pants. It's like, oh my goodness, who wants to do that? Now, this is the point where I usually say to people, stop. Because what I should do is I should just leave it white. But I'm not going to. I am going to blend it with this lighter pencil. But if it was just me, I would just leave it white. Because I happen to like that sort of jaggedy art look, which is one of the reasons why I'm really liking this new drawing, because this is not for everybody. This is really, I mean, this is straight on the paper, without a heck of a lot of detail. But it, but I like and Barb wanted to know how to color this, and you would color this exactly the same way you would color anything else. You would just utilize where the shading is sort of already there for you, as far as where you want to put your darks and things like that. So this is upcoming, Deb, and it will be in the Etsy shop sometime tonight. I'm working on the scans of it right now, but it's 4 different kinds of flowers, 4 different kinds of leaves. The flowers are based upon real life flowers. The leaves are too, but they don't necessarily go with these particular flowers. So, uh, yeah, it could be markers. I would probably use markers or watercolors or Prismacolors on it. So, yes, that is what's coming up, and this is what's on right now. So, as you can see, I'm on a bit of a production roll. For those who might be watching back later, I do draw very often in the mandala type style, but I don't. But nobody else does it like I do. And that's what people have told me. You may draw mandalas, Christine, but you draw them different than anybody else. And I don't mind owning that, since I now realize that all of that "I hate mandalas" is just a bunch of nonsense. People like mandalas. At least they like the ones I draw. Yeah, see, I love that. I love the way that that works out. Uh, to use that drawing for you to use for a giveaway. Today, Shara? Or do you want to wait? I see the message. And that's awfully generous of you. I could do that. So does everybody understand what Shara is talking about? I used to have a subscriber. I haven't seen her in a long time, and she would buy things in my shop for me to give away here on the channel, which I thought was just the sweetest gesture in the world. And so Shara is offering to buy a copy of that drawing today. That drawing or this drawing? You can do it today and send it to them later. That one, okay. And then I can award it to the winner. All I would need is full disclosure. You'd need to send me your email address so I could send you the location on Google Docs where I'll put it for you. And Shara, for that kindness, you earn a copy for yourself as well. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let me finish this one flower, and then we'll. Yes, you see Shadow Kitty walking by. She will not. She she won't do anything cute like put her little face in. Instead, what she wants to do is walk onto the camera. So she's taken lessons from Oliver over at A Colorful Life and Kenji. She lays down, puts her tail in the shot. Instead of that first day when she was all on her back with her little paws. Remember how cute she was? Yeah, now she's just a Oops. Now she's just a little camera diva. She's like, I know, the people like me. I'll just walk on by. I won't even show my face anymore. As far as doing cute things, no, but I'll tip over your water, honey. And oh, hang on, I gotta go find out what that. I didn't grab the phone. That's what I meant to do while I was on that little sojourn to blow my nose too. I forgot to grab the phone. Ooh, those are pretty. Acting like she was sweet fooled you. Yes, it was just you. Well, just you. You are important, my dear. So hang on one sec. While I go grab the phone. Oh. Ooh. Yay. Thank you, Donna. And okay, all right. No worries at all, Shara. Thank you. Okay. And so let's do it. Let's do a giveaway. I love to do a giveaway. And oh yes. Now, hang on, look back out the camera. Duh. I am having such a hard time keeping it together today. Must be something in the air. Which I need the phone for the random.org thing. Okay, so by now, of course, with all of the stuff going on this weekend, everybody knows the rules. Number between 1 and 50. Only enter one number. Wait till you see me type go. Watch the chat and not listen to my voice, because you never know if there is a video lag. So wait till you see it go before you do anything. That way you will avoid that lag. And is everybody ready? Just wait, see how bad the lag is by having somebody type in ready. Please don't change your numbers, and please don't chat while the numbers are being entered. Those are the two. Okay, all righty. Oh, you just never know when I'm going to push that button. Go. And by the way, what the prize is this drawing, and nobody wants it. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait, people do want it. And this is, by the way, courtesy of Shara Craig. Wonderful. Shara loves to color and chat, or Shara likes to color and chat. Who has a marvelous channel. Now, Shara, are you streaming? I'll have you answer this question after, but are you streaming any more for the February event, or are you done? And this new drawing will be delivered to you. It is not. The drawing itself is done. The cleanup work has to be done in the computer, so I can turn it into a PDF, which will then put it in your hands so that you can print it out. And once again, we are doing a giveaway of this particular drawing today, and anybody is interested should be putting a number in. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 out of 21 that like it well enough to put a number in. So y'all know by now I'm enough of a numbers geek to know the averages and the percentages and all of that. So it looks like about half the people like it and the other half don't. Okay, so we will, in that case, we will start the countdown down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, get your numbers in, 2, 1, oops, too late. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just being goofy. Goofy girl. There it is, a random.org. The number generator. Can everybody see that? We are going to go pack 50 space. Okay, done. And make that big again. And hit generate. The number is 46. So the person closest without going over. I see Mickey Sunshine. Anybody have a higher number? Some may be AFK. I don't know what AFK is. Splitting splitting their, looks like Mickey. Hey, Mickey, you win. All right. So if you will email me and at CLAldridgeArt@gmail.com, I will see that you get a copy of that to print out. Is a PDF okay? I don't know, some people prefer JPEGs or other things. Although I rarely do artwork out as a JPEG. It's almost, I mean, you can use all kinds of programs to change PDFs into JPEGs, but I don't usually let them out the door that way. Hi, Corolla. How wonderful to see you, my dear. Ooh, ooh. I almost coughed there. Okay, so now what am I going to do for the stems? Stems don't have to be green. This is fairyland, and stems can be gold. I love this color. I don't know, it doesn't have a name, but it's the 155. Excuse me, in the deli set. I apologize that I am wheezy again today. You know how it goes. Or not wheezy, but at least congested. I will say that we had, of course, rain and fog and mist and cold, and the sun came out today. I think it's still too cold for the mold, though. I keep entering to win drawings, and so far, so. Thank you, Dawn. What a sweetheart. The hashtag is still okay, got it. So it ran. All right, Gary, have a wonderful evening. Hugs to you and Louise. And have a great week. It's supposed to start raining again for us tomorrow and all week. Ay, ay, ay. I'm sorry, Deb. It is no fun when it rains. Yes. I would so much rather have snow than rain. Well, yeah, I would so much rather have snow than rain. Because rain to me just means I can't breathe for the next week. Or actually rain 3 days after rain if it gets warm. I can't breathe at all. So, oh, thank you, Starbuck. What a lovely thing to say. And here's another one. This one is not yet ready, but this is the new one that I just finished. So as you can see, I'm on a bit of a roll producing some new art. I'm getting ready to. Yeah, I know, Deb. You have it too, and it's just you just do the best that you can, really. And thank goodness that I was able to get a hold of an inhaler, because I can tell you that it has saved me a couple times in the last couple of weeks, or during that whole when I lost my voice. Oh my goodness, that was scary. That was really scary because no, I don't have a name for my new book. Because the minute I give it a name, it becomes reality. So right now, what I have are 5 drawings toward the next book, but they are just drawings. Usually, I wait till I have 24 before I create a book. Oftentimes, if I really get inspired and am coloring on a theme, that 24 can come very quickly. But if I am not super inspired by something, but I happen to be right now, I am actually studying some old masters. Does everybody know about the Internet Archive? Do you all know about the Internet Archive? The project where all of the libraries around the world are putting their, I mean, we're talking about the big libraries, the classic libraries, the wonderful libraries that I would just die to go sit for 10 minutes in and just soak in all that knowledge and history and have a chance to read a couple of the things that were written in 1605 and all of that. I love books. I just love books. Well, they're putting them all online. That is what the Internet Archive is. And for a long time, I did work for Project Gutenberg, which is, taking basically every edition of every book that has ever been printed or that still exists in the world and turning it into a book that you can just download and read. Oh, rain is abnormal for Southern California. Yes. Well, yes and no. In that it rains all the time, but not very often. Does that make any sense? I don't even live there anymore, and I know that. Rains all the time, but not very often. You've lost sound. You must reboot something. No, I just quit talking. That's all. Sorry. I was just sort of going along my merry way. A 10-pound book about art history and the masters at thrift store for $1. Yes. Yes, exactly. I love it. And at any rate, so one of the things that got archived over the last few years was what is his name? Basilius Bessler. Basilius Bessler, who is widely believed to be the greatest botanical print artist that has ever lived. And he did his work for one of the princes of Europe. I don't remember which one. I'd have to actually go back in and read the history. But the entire Hortus Essentia, which is all of the flowers that were flowers and plants that were in this prince's botanical garden, are represented. And you can actually download a copy of it and bring it up on your computer screen so that you can study it. And So I have been, of course, I love to study line, and you can't, I mean, you don't want to copy it, but you can certainly use it for inspiration. And I have used the archive for everything. If I want to, just read a book, read a story. Now, it's the trick is that it's got to be in the public domain. It can't be something that's under copyright. But yeah, exactly. Historical fiction around the 1600 to 1700 time frame. But have you read any historical fiction that was written in the 1600s and 1700s? With the Internet Archive, you can do that. Of course, books were far too precious to, uh, be actually fiction, but you can certainly read historical, because it used to cost a lot to make books, and now, of course, we make them out of zeros and ones. I think I saved her. We'll put her on IG. Oh, yay. Oh, see, Kim, I knew it. I knew if you worked on it, you would be. Now, don't you have a great feeling of accomplishment, too, that you brought one back from that might have ended up in the round file, and you brought it back? There are no, rarely, 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 rarely should we ever throw our work away, or give up on it, or think that we've messed it up beyond beyond repair, because it's usually we can find a way to save it, even if it's just darken up the rest of her skin tone, you know. Deb, that's pretty funny. I have a set of encyclopedias that my grandfather bought for me when I was born. The old Encyclopedia Britannicas, and they have those beautiful color plates in them and all of that. In today's age, I would actually cut them up. I never ever thought that I would do that. As a matter of fact, I've carted them around with me for 20 years, well, I'm 60, so, and and say I moved out when I was 17, so what's that, 43 years? And then I've carted those babies around with me. Holy cow! It's like that silly piano. The last time I played that piano was, I don't know, 30 years ago. Yet it's sitting in my living room. It's actually not in my living room. It's in my it's actually in the room full of furniture that I've never found a place for. Yeah, I'm liking this. Wow, I don't believe. Okay, who? I get lots of gorgeous books at $1 from my library. Um, that's right. I'd sort of forgotten that the libraries do that now, don't they? That they sell off their books too. I think that sadly, the electronics age is going to is going to make the paper book a thing of the past. And what kills me about that is that we are only a permanent power away from losing it all if that happens. And so, I firmly believe in keeping the paper books. We have to keep the paper books. There's a story series about that called "The Queen of the Tearling" or the Tearling series. Uh, that's literally about the fact that books become such a precious commodity. Nobody reads them anymore. All of the for the sake of starting over again in some sort of failed utopian society. Yes, if hit with an EMP, I got. And that would be an electromagnetic pulse for those of you who are not Star Trekians or NCIS fans. Excuse me. An EMP will wipe out all electronics. Okay. All right, so I've got an idea there. And I'm wondering if I just. Yes, I think that was the right choice for in there. And I think that if we use a little bit darker, I'm going to try this. I'm going to use just a little bit darker of a color on the inside of these to just see if I can't bump up the contrast. And I will do some of the jewels around the edge of the edge of the fairy induction fan sucking down the sucking down the air into the castle, the fairy castle, because this is on the roof and it's a fan. Yeah, okay. See, that way I'm coloring for, I too am coloring for February. And I'm really just working out just a little wide spot between these, just sort of darkening it up a little bit. Using this for the shadow. I could use like a gray, or I could step it into a black, but I think this blue is a good shade. One of the things that I have noticed is that you can apply, like for instance, I watch a lot of watercolor videos. You can apply the things that you learn about shading in one medium to all of the mediums across the board, pretty much. Because once you learn, how to determine where dark spots would be, things crossing over, you can apply it everywhere. See how that gave that one just a little more when the flu quit's going around. Yes. Hi, Libby. How are you, my dear? You're on the way from the hospital, no Wi-Fi. So just listening. Okay, well, Libby, just listening. I did get your email, and I hope that everything is still headed in the right direction, in the good direction, and that you'll have your beautiful child home with you soon. And for those who might not know, Libby's daughter has been really sick. They did not know what was wrong with her. And by the time that they discovered what was wrong with her, it really did threaten her life. So I hope she is continuing to be on the mend. Healing fine. Oh, good, 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 good. It just goes to show that doctors are not infallible. They don't always have the answers. They do the best they can, but sometimes they just don't, It's like I'm always struck by those episodes of House where, it seems like he's torturing somebody trying to find out what's wrong with them. But the bottom line is that, until they figure it out, they really are just sort of throwing the spaghetti at the wall and hoping something will stick. Well, yeah, that's Libby. That's normal, by the way. I have a friend who has recently had that same surgery, and yeah, that's normal. It's a psychological thing. Get around it. Find a way around it. You'll find a way around it. Okay. So I like the way that turned out. Now we need a different. I mean, what? Okay, this needs color. It needs color because it's going to drive me crazy. Uh, I want. You're going to think I'm nuts, guys, but I want. I feel like one of those petulant children when I say that. I want. Does that drive anybody else crazy? Petulant kids. Hi, Sue. Thank you very much for wanting to drop in and say hello and give a thumbs up. I appreciate that. That's why it's called art. Exactly. The art of and the practice of medicine. They are literally practicing it. And, they're practicing on us, is what they're doing. And, as much as I find it really hard. I say that they tortured my dad. They knew that there was no hope for him, and yet they tortured him anyway. But that isn't really what happened. I know that. But all right, these are the two colors I am going to use for this bar here. This could be. I don't know which one is lighter. No, I'll show you what I have in mind. Danger, danger! Do not talk about your father. It's been 25 years. It's still a subject that you cannot talk about without crying. Anybody else? A petulant 46-year-old daughter. Yes, petulant children, exactly. But on the other hand, she's been tapped back, so give her a break. Let her feel sorry for herself for a little while. It is part of, it's really part of what's going to have to happen. But don't let her, like live there. It's like every now and again, I will get to feeling sorry for myself, and then I'll realize that there are people that are a whole lot worse off than I am. So I am coloring with the side, and I am layering it very, very lightly. I'm actually making it darker underneath that leaf and along each of these edges, so that this is like a like an amethyst rail. This is the stair rail that the fairies would be grasping as they fly down the stairs. Well, these are the fairy helpers that have to use this one because they don't have any wings. Oops. So there's that, casting a little shadow there. And this one casting a little shadow here. Oh yeah, I'm liking that color. That's one of my favorite colors. I love this color. Elves. There you go. The elves. The elves who help out the fairies. There you go. I like that. And the elves have to use the stair rail because they can't fly down the stairs. There we go. So I'm just trying to make the top of the railing a little lighter, but not so light. There we go. I have to get some WD-40 for this chair. I think I've had my rear end sat in this chair for 27 years, I think. And I've had this particular, but it's like it's the best office chair in the world. Still as comfortable today as the day I bought it. It's still in perfect condition. It reclines, so when I want to take a nap, I can. It's one of the best things my ex ever gave me was this desk and this chair. Okay. Yeah. So these are areas that are they're just too little to worry about over much. Oops. Where's my eraser? Oh, Emily Illustrator is on. I think she's probably been on. I think that's the third time. Of course, it could be that I keep. Oh, see, once I start, Cal is alive. Cal's Crafts is live. Natter time. Okay. No wonder it's creaking. Yes, exactly. It's not like it's I've had this chair for a long, long time. And I love it. And I really love that it reclines and it locks too. So that if I don't want it to recline, like if I really have to get something done, I can force myself to stay sitting upright. Of course, what I really need is an alarm so that I get up on my feet every 45 minutes at least, is what it says. I can do that with my phone because I will get to going through the Bessler book and I will, sit here and sketch and for hours, hours and hours and hours on end. And there are a lot of botanical artists. And I have a big screen, so I can just put it right up on the screen and, use it like a reference photo. Just teaching myself different shapes and trying to train the muscle memory. Christine is live. That's funny, yes. I'm alive, I'm alive. I'm live every Sunday. And if you doubt that, just listen to the chair squeak. Would I leave a sound effect like that on a pre-record? No. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I was using the wrong pencil for that. It's okay. The world did not come to an end, and I made a mistake. Let's see. Let's just use this to, there we go. Oh, I like that. Okay, so now this one is the one we want. So I'm just shadowing coming out. Since this is so dark, or this has a bunch of stuff going over it, it could all be dark. I'll just give it a hint of the pink. For the pink glow. And once again, I'm at a point where I cannot breathe. Breathing through my nose. I should do another drawing giveaway, huh? This one will be on me. Since Cheryl was so sweet to share with everybody. There are 20 people in the house right now, which is more than plenty. Only I will give you a choice between this drawing or the new drawing. Now, a lot of you may have already bought this one, and I really need a lot of people to buy this one. As in, I have once again, because I have to pay my car insurance monthly now to, try and make sure the car stays insured for at least the minimum that it can be. So that's what I'm doing. So, but I can afford to give away one of your choice. You can choose. The rules are the same as in every group. Both are new, yes. Both are brand new. This one is last week's brand new drawing. This is this week's brand new drawing. This one went into the shop like last Monday. This one will go into the shop either later today or first thing tomorrow. And so, yes, both are new. And so the number is between 1 and 50, and are only one number. And hang on, Donna, it's okay. Wait till you see the words go and you know what to do. There we go. Um, only enter one number. Don't change your number once entered. Y'all know the rules, right? I know you do. Uh, and be sure that you are on live chat and that you are watching the chat and not listening to the sound of my voice. Because if your video is lagging, then the number entry may already be over by the time you actually hear me start to talk about it. So that's why you want to avoid video lag. So be sure to watch live chat or be in live chat. Uh, and that way you don't miss it. Right? Go, go, go. Your choice between one of those two drawings. And while you are entering numbers, I'm going to go blow my nose again. Be right back. Oh, it's so much nicer. It is so much nicer when you. One of them is already Starbucks. The other one, this one is, and this one is in the. They're always in the new art section. There's a category on the left side of my shop. They're always in the new art section. Anything that is new for the next book is always there. Sometimes I name it first look, whatever that category, but it's usually new art. This one will be later today. So, all right, everybody, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, random number generator. Oh, long-haired bunny rabbit in the garden. Oh, thank you. Somebody favorited my long-haired bunny rabbit in the garden. That is from Fantasy Flower Garden, I believe. No, that's not what I want. What have I done? Oh, that is not what I want. I want this. And thank you, by the way, to all of you guys. I have had over the years, I have had a little over 4,000 sales in my Etsy shop. And I do appreciate that so very, very much. Okay, so 50. Done. Bring this up, random number generator. and hit generate, and the number is 15 this time. So the person who goes over, or who comes closest without going over, is Jill B. I get Jill B. Anybody else get Jill B? I get Jill. Okay. Jill, congratulations. You have won a copy of either drawing. I think you probably already have this one, but just tell me which one that you would like to have, and I would be happy to get that to you. It happens that Jill and I are good friends on Facebook, so I can drop it to her in her messenger box. And so just tell me the one I colored today or the new one. And congrats, Jill B. Oh, wow. And it is 3:56. Hi, Rosemary. Lovely to see you, my dear. And so thank you to that person as well. That, is, like I say, that, oh, by the way, I did have my hearing this week. It was a telephone hearing. For those of you who might not remember or who didn't know, when I accidentally I didn't accidentally I couldn't pay the insurance on my car. So I stopped driving it and just left it in the driveway. But in Virginia, you're not allowed to have an unregistered car. And if you don't correct it, they'll take your driver's license away. So they suspended my driver's license, but there was an appeal process. I got the car reinsured. I appealed. They wanted to charge me $600. I don't know about the fine yet, but apparently, at least based on what the hearing officer said, it looks like I may get to, my driver's license has been reinstated, and I may get to avoid the fine. So if there are prayers going out there, please pray that I can avoid that $600 fine too. Because otherwise I'm going to just be right back in the same boat. Because it's like I can do the insurance or I can do the fine, but I can't do both. Anyway. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I know that there has been a lot going on this weekend, a lot of wonderful channels featuring a lot of wonderful art. And I, too, have made up a story to make mine fit into the February. For those who may just be coming in and don't know it, this is an air intake fan. It's a floral fan. Of course, what would you expect? You would expect fairies to have a flower fan, right? And it's sucking air like an air conditioner down into the fairy's castle, and the elves have to use these stairs to climb up and make sure that the fan is working properly. Well, Melinda, if you hear the way that it is sort of all, and to make matters worse, okay, here's the way I pleaded my case. I pleaded my case by saying the city of Virginia Beach makes it impossible for me to comply with the state law. Because and here's the weird thing. The way to keep your driver's license is to either turn in the plates or, get this, suspend the plates. In the case of, I have vanity plates on my car because it's a Saturn Sky, so it says Sky Flying. And I bought it. It was like the last fancy thing that I bought before I, ended up in this sort of financial nightmare that is my life these days. But it is my only transportation car. So, so I put a vanity plate on it, and I like it. Uh, the only way out of it is to turn the plate in. I didn't realize that you can, in fact, suspend the plate because if a car isn't legally registered in Virginia Beach, it cannot be in your driveway. You have to then store it either in a garage or behind a fence of some kind. So it's like I can't do both. I can't, if I can't afford the insurance, I can't drive the car. But I don't have a garage and I don't have a way to get the car into the backyard short of a crane. So it's like it just becomes this comedy of ridiculousness. I know everybody. I gotta go, and to whoever's on next, thank you so very much for your patience. Until we meet again next Sunday, please color something pretty. In the meantime, look for that new drawing in the Etsy shop either later today or first thing tomorrow. And for all of you, sort of last minute folks who are getting here or who see this in the replay, this is the other new drawing. Bye, everybody. Thank you for being here. Mickey, make sure that I get an email from you, and I'll get you your prize.